Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Thunder beat the Pacers 120-109. Jalen Williams had himself a night. 40 points, 6 rebounds. He was 3 of 5 from the three-point line. The second most points in a finals game in franchise history. For the first time in the playoffs, Indiana will face elimination. Tyrese Haliburton did not have it going tonight. I think they showed a graphic. I couldn't hear the sound, but I think he's dealing with something, a calf, ankle, or something. But he was 0 of 6, 0 of 4 from 3, and he only had 4 points. And he turned the ball over because it seemed they were about to get back into this ball game. If I'm not, Rick Carlisle might have should have left those backups in because those were the guys that got him back in the game, guys. Joe, let me start with you first. How was OKC able from the tip take control of this ball game, and although they cut it down to 2, really never relinquished the lead from that point on?
Man, I thought OKC, did everything they could in Indiana, Unc and P. Bev, to get a game, and they did, so they reclaimed home court advantage. I love the big lineup, man. And from the jump, I always ask, man, why did they switch that lineup? Why would he change that lineup? If you look at the first quarter, Hartenstein put his stamp on that first quarter.
Yep.
His energy, his effort, and making plays, getting these guys easy buckets. So they got into a rhythm early. I thought playing through him almost in that first quarter to where he was able to get back doors, get guys wide open for threes, and I just thought they pretty much opened up the game. But for me, Unc and P. Bev, it was too close for my liking if I'm OKC. I thought they should have put them guys away a lot sooner, but, giving credit to Indiana, whose fault this whole postseason. And you're probably right. He probably should have stuck with the backups because those guys had so much energy and they got them right back in the game. I'm like, how they down 6 points and Hallenberg playing this bad? So, but I thought late in that fourth quarter, the Thunder put their stamp on it. With Williams obviously having an incredible game. Shai kind of followed up and, was a sidekick tonight. But they did what they do, man. They got guys who can close.
P-Bev,
I like
looking at Indy, it looked like from the jump, the Indy, they came into this game like, well, you know what? Even if we lose this game, we get to go back home. Because I don't think they came out with the energy that, I understand it's 2-2, but it didn't look like they came out with the energy that I expected the team to come out with, especially on the road. What didn't you like about what you saw from Indy?
I look at the first play on, you feel me, like being in the trenches, especially in the playoffs. I looked at the first play. The first play, they got the ball, OKC, got the ball in the pocket. Like Joe said, Hartenstein. They hit Hartenstein in the pocket. First play of the game.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Set the tone.
Yeah.
Right? If I'm them on the other end, I'm telling you, listen, man, first 3 minutes, no dunks. Motherfucker in there, we fouled them. We putting them right to the floor. But OKC set the tone, and they can really handle it. I think they really, really got back into the game of punching back that second unit that was in the game that third quarter. So.
Yeah, I agree with you guys, but tonight they needed a little bit more from Haliburton. They didn't get it. Nembhard, I thought he needed to. Look, if you go back and look at it, they got back in the game with Obi Toppin and TJ McConnell and Pascal Siakam. That was the unit that really got – and now Pascal's a starter, but you look at TJ McConnell, you look at guys, they were flying around the floor, they was making it, and then all of a sudden it was a 2-point game. You get a loose ball, OKC, they get a second chance points, they kick it out, Jalen Williams hit a 3. And the next thing you know, Haliburton comes down and he turns the ball over. And so what was a 2-point game all of a sudden is a 7-point game. Call a timeout, they come hit another 3, and it's a 10-point game. And from that point on, the game was over. Look, I understand, and I think everybody here has been a professional athlete for an extended period of time. And we've all played injured or hurt or whatever the term you want to use. It's a lot easier said than done because your brain knows that you're hurt. Yeah. Your body's gonna favor that injury, be a knee, be an ankle, a calf, or whatever the case may be. But tonight, I thought Haliburton hurt them more than his presence helped them. I could be wrong. What did you guys see?
Nah,
I think from a athlete standpoint, and we all know, you feel me, you in the trenches, it's playoffs, you playing in a big game, a huge game. You feel me, you throwing in the towel and saying okay, I'm hurt, I ain't gonna play no more, can rub it off to some players on the team damn, he quit on us. Why wouldn't he? We as competitors know, man, if it ain't broke, come on, let's keep playing. So I look at that standpoint from competitors.
Yeah. Hey, look, for me, man, this is it. This is it, guys. I mean, you can't get it back. Like Unc said, I didn't think that they came out with that sense of urgency that they needed to compete. Now, OKC, they knew they couldn't squander this game away. They had, like I said, they had got home court advantage back, and they play resilient. They attacked the basket. They put pressure on their defense. They probably had more wide open shots tonight, Unc and MP Bev, than they probably had in this whole series.
Yep.
They turned their defense. They played great defense, which turned into pretty good offense, to where they all kind of got into a rhythm. Then you get Wiggins making threes. You get Wallace.
That's the thing, right?
You can't stop that. When you got your others playing great, they're at home, they feel comfortable, it's a wrap. I thought they was going to blow them out. So I was surprised that Indiana was able to even stay in the ball game.
Yeah, and I think the thing was, look, they had 7 turnovers in the first. And look, I think the first game kind of gave Indiana a false sense because they had 25 turnovers, Pat Bev. They had 19 turnovers in that first game in the first half, and they ended up winning. And I think it gave them a false sense like, hey, we can turn the ball over. No, you can't. Because when you turn the ball over against this team, they turn them into points, and they turn them into points abruptly. So, and now you look at it, they're right back in this game, and they have like 3 consecutive turnovers back to back to back. And now what was a 2 or a 4-point game, all of a sudden is right back to a 13-point game. I'm like, guys, you've got to do a better job of the Pacers got to do a better job. They got very active hands. And when they bring Caruso in and they bring that second unit, they get even more active.
Yeah.
And Joe, we talked about it the first game. Yeah. We like, why y'all go to that small lineup? You look at tonight, Chet Holmgren, where is it at? Chet Holmgren, 5 offensive rebounds. Isaiah Hartenstein, 6 offensive rebounds. Lou Dort, 5 offensive rebounds. Now, they had 19, but 3 guys had 16 of the 19. You see, now you're getting second chance points. I don't know what made you think you could go to a small lineup and play. No, I'm going to make you adjust to what I do because I'm the one that won 68 games. I've got the MVP. I'm not adjusting to you. But I just thought Indiana, the effort that I thought, and even in the the fourth quarter, they get the ball, and what do they do right at it? Turn the ball over. I'm like, well, damn. And then he called a timeout, and they was down, I think they was down 7. They come out of the timeout and turn the ball over again. Pat P. Bev, I'm like, bro, what are y'all I know Rick Carlisle ain't draw that bull job up in the huddle.
Hey, listen.
No, you got to think. This is a young team, too, right? This is a team, and I ain't really trying to, like, obviously we can say, this team win the championships, they supposed to play perfect, but this is a team that's only been here first time. Obviously they both been there the first time, but OKC has a little bit of experience of guys who's won on that level, right? I mean, as far as guard play, these are young guards, right? This they first really experience on the big show. So you're talking about like making the right decision constantly in a hostile environment like OKC, go be tough for any player. So I think they go play much better at home. As we see, we know how Indiana play at home, but I just think that the moment, the Haliburton's injury, it took veterans. TJ McConnell, you see the game he had. It took guys who's been there before. Okay, cool. Let me get the ball. Let's calm it down. Let's get the best possession. Let's get the best bucket. So we're gonna see how they can mix that in all together. Indiana with that pressure of if they lose, it's over.
Hey, well, they do get before you go, Joe. They get there's 2 days in between, so they don't play again until Thursday. So probably get around the clock treatment tomorrow. Tonight, tomorrow, Wednesday. Hey, be ready to go because there is no Thursday. There is no Friday. There is no tomorrow if you don't take care of business on Thursday. And that,
man, you better put some dirt on that thing and patch it up, man. Stop playing. Come on, man. We got a ball game.
Hey, do y'all use DMSO? Do y'all use DMSO in the NBA?
What is that?
No,
it's like a veterinary who rub it on horses to take the soreness out of your ankles and muscles.
Man, you better get.
Yeah, I don't take medicine, Unc. I'm from the motherland. I don't take it.
You don't take it, you rub it on, but it makes your breath smell like garlic. But it does take the soreness out.
Hey, they used to have that Anderson. You know what Anderson is, Unc?
Yeah.
We call it that endo. They had that Anderson, boy. You take that Anderson, you don't feel nothing. You hear me?
Yeah.
No,
But I mean, the thing was, you're supposed to be careful taking all that medicine because it's really toxic on the liver.
Yeah, it is.
Everything got. I know you put it in your body. If it's medicine, it's got to go through that liver to get detoxified. Right. So,
hey, anything where you could play in comfort the way you ain't in pain, boy. Hey, you be
Toradol. Well, I know y'all had Toradol.
Yeah.
They
okay.
So I know guys who used to take the leave 60 minutes on the clock every game, faithfully every game.
Hey man, to take that pain away. I done seen people get that shot in the glute.
Yeah.
And the glute.
I done seen it. Hey, look, P-Bev, man, it seemed like Indiana was under distress, pretty much it's like they couldn't calm down. They couldn't settle themselves down.
No.
And they got themselves in a lot of trouble, which led to a lot of turnovers. And those turnovers led into easy baskets, man.
Easy buckets.
Yeah, which got OKC going, and they never bounced back from that.
Yes, it seems like they wanted. Look, they have a style of play. P-Bev, you played against them. And it seems like, look, they want to speed tempo. They won't make or miss. We're going to push tempo. So we don't care. If you make it, we'll take it out of the net. If you miss it, we'll get it off the rim. But we're going to go. And it seems like they wanted to play that style, but it was playing right into OKC's hand because you're speeding up, but you're speeding yourself up. And next thing you know, deflections, they get ball going the other way. I'm like, bro, what are y'all doing? Just settle. I wish somebody. P-Bev, you said like this is a young team, and they don't really have anybody. I think the only guy that's Thomas Bryant has been in the championship. He won one with I think was he with Denver when they won the championship?
Yeah, he was. He was with Denver when they won it.
So
man, that man was on the bench, man.
Hey, look. He was complaining about being in LA. They got him up out of there because he wanted more playing time.
Yeah. And he ain't been seen since. But I think the thing was, you're right. They played at a pace that they wanted to play at, but it wasn't conducive for that game. It's kind of like a team that wanted, hey, we throw the football, bro. It's a downpour. Yeah. It's a hurricane out here, bro. Right. Hey, you got to pick and choose our spots when we're going to throw it, but we got to come up with a different game plan.
I agree. I think, and that's why, when you look at OKC and the makeup of their team, obviously having the MVP in Shai, you look how poised he be down the stretch, and when it's time to get to his spots, P-Bev, hey, look, you can do all that grabbing, holding, bumping when I drive, but I'm going to get on balance. I'm going to make some tough shots. I thought he made some tough shots tonight, especially in that fourth quarter, to get him over the hump. And I think that's the difference in the series. Even though Haliburton has had flashes to where he's played great, I just think OKC, led by Shai and obviously Williams, those guys are very patient offensively. They get to their spots, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, and I think like when you look at the game, right, and I'm gonna jump on the other side. And this, if I'm Indiana, right, and I'm in the front office and I'm the numbers guy, right, I'm looking at this game, Joe. I'm looking at this game like, oh man, we could have won that game. We just shot it back from
yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying? So like, regardless of what we're saying, right, I don't know, half of those threes go down with the way they played. This is a totally different game. So they're getting on the plane mentally like, oh, it's okay, guys. We just missed shots, regardless of how the game is going. So you gotta kind of understand how that works too, going back to end.
I agree with you, P-Bev. When you look at it, if I'm Rick Carlisle, guys, we can't play any worse for 3 quarters, and we cut it with like 9 minutes to go to a 2-point game.
Man.
So just think if we play 10% better than what we played the first 3 quarters. Now we got our crowd. Now we can't just become reliant on our crowd. We're gonna have to play better, clearly. And I believe we can play better than what we played tonight. But guys, think about how many we had 7 turnovers in the first quarter on the road. So I mean, we're down 10. We're down 10.
Yeah, I think that's my motivation going into their locker room. That's my motivation, just like you said. My motivation is if I'm Rick Carlisle, obviously he's a phenomenal coach, right? And he's been doing it for every season he's been in the NBA. But if I'm him, that's the message. Guys, we missed shots. Guys, we turned over the ball. Protect the ball. We're going to make shots. Stay in it. And real simple, real easy, because you don't want to put too much pressure on that eliminating game. Get people kind of thinking, second thinking.
Oh, no. I got OKC.
Oh, man.
I got OKC.
You got OKC closing it out on Thursday?
Yeah, I got him closing out. Man, listen, if Haliburton gonna come out and give you what he gave you tonight, I don't see how he can be much better in Indiana. I mean, if he hurt, he hurt. I think, I think OKC gonna come out and take advantage of that, and obviously close them out and go and win this series, man. You are playing well enough to win. I love Toppin. I love TJ McCollum. I love Mather and those guys coming off the bench because they really don't have a drop-off when they come in the game, fellas. They come in and they getting straight to it. The energy, the effort, they all attacking, they flying around. But I just felt with that big lineup that OKC has, Hardenstein playing the way he's playing, obviously Chet Holmgren didn't play great, but I thought he played well enough for him to win. I just feel like OKC is a better team, man. I've been saying it. Now, they've had some bumps in the road throughout this postseason dealing with this Pacers team, but I think the run is over, guys. It's over with.
Think about it. It's going to be hard for you to lose a game if you turn a team over 22 times and you have 12 blocks. Let that sink in. You turned them over 22 times. You had 12 blocks. You had 15 steals.
Yeah.
Hey. So I think, we shot the ball bad, but there had to be a reason. It wasn't like they was out there shooting by their damn self. OKC had something to do with that, P-Bell.
Yeah.
Putting them in uncomfortable situations, bro.
So.
And then I think for Nembhard, and I know I'm on Indiana's bandwagon right now, but for Nembhard, it's going to be tough for him to score a lot.
He tired dealing with Shai.
He's the load he has with Shai, right? You can see it. You can see it because we've seen him in the past series play extremely well. Now we see him catching the ball, not even taking spot up three. So you can see that matchup with him. That's a tough cover. To take your leg.
Hey, P-Bev, listen. When you in somebody's back pockets all night like Nembhard is with Shai, it's tough, bro. You got to find somewhere to rest in there. You know what I mean?
You can't.
He got to rest on offense. He got to rest on offense, huh?
Yeah, sit in that corner. Catch me on that corner.
It's so hard. Hey, you sleep? No, don't wake your ass up. Because Shai put so much pressure on you.
Yeah. So much pressure.
He's looking to attack at every turn. He's not letting you rest.
Absolutely.
And now he and Jay Williams, they've got the, you know what, hey, we're going to play pick and roll. Just us two going to play pick and roll. Because Neesmith got one and Nembhard got the other. So we'll just play pick and roll with y'all two.
Yeah.
And we seen people talk about this too. You see a lot of people been talking about how the game is changing and how you need a team concept, right? And Joe, personally, hey, Unc, that play ain't nothing but your two main players getting the ball, everybody else flat. That's too flat. That's all that is. So regardless of how teams play, what pace they play with, what defense they go to, no, your best players win games.
Absolutely.
We go get him with the ball. We go get him with the ball. We go get him in the spot. We go get him in the spot. And we go put the cards in there.
And you know what? Shai says I'm one. Jalen Williams says I two. Everybody else get it up.
I think Jay Williams might be the MVP.
Shai gonna get it.
If it was today,
he had a great game.
He would probably be the MVP.
But here's the thing though, Pat Bell. He just tied Michael Jordan for the most 30-point playoff games in Jordan and Olajuwon in a playoff run. Right. So he got a chance. He might have two chances to get 17. He ain't losing that.
Nah.
And he's averaging 30.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you. He might be the MVP. He might get Finals MVP.
Hold on. Who you say averaging 30? You talking about Shai?
Shai averaging 30. He averaging 32 a game.
Yeah. He gonna get that. Hey, P-Bev, he gonna get that because he gonna follow probably about 35 game.
I'm trying to say, hold on. It's happened.
A-Dub been hooping.
No, he balling.
But can you imagine 40, the MVP? Hold on. Pat Bell, think about what you're saying. The guy that won MVP in the regular season didn't win Finals MVP. And his team won. Joe, can you imagine that happening? I can't.
Yeah, hey, Cornbread did that when he played with
but Bird didn't win the MVP. He finished third that year. He finished second that year.
Okay.
Bird won the MVP 84, 85, 86. He was the last to win it three consecutive times. Cornbread won it. That was Bird's second year.
Okay, but
I'm saying if he was to get it, would y'all be like?
I would be shocked.
Depending on what the closeout game is, we just a prisoner of the moment right now because he had a hell of a game tonight. But depending on if he can follow this up with a 35 or another 40, P-Bell.
He just had a 30 last game.
But you make it seem like Shai didn't.
No. I know he did, but it's just like
he's just not efficient with it. Jalen Williams was 14 to 25 tonight. Shai has thrown caution to the wind with efficiency because he knows I'm going to draw the contact and I'm going to get to the free throw line. So I'm going to make up. Like you look at 9 or 21, like, well, damn. But you look at 13 or 14. You look at 11 or 12. You look at 14 or 15 from the foul line. So he's not efficient like he was in the regular season where he shot over 50% from the floor and averaged 32. But he's like, I'm going to get my shots up. And one or two things going to happen. They're going to go in or you're going to foul me. But I'm going to get points one way or another.
So does in y'all mind as athletes who watch the game, does the plus minus matter in this situation when you talk about two guys who can be close to getting that award? Does plus minus matter? Because if it does, J-Dub wins the plus minus in the dough. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying when we looked at games that was J-Dub put that team on his back in Indiana.
He did.
Game 4, he put that team on his back in Indiana.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying. Like, and then to follow that back at home, they was giving the ball to him, and Shai was running to the corner. So I'm just saying, if he get another 40-point game,
it has happened. In 2015, Steph was the MVP. Iggy won Finals MVP.
Yeah, you're right. And I don't think Iggy numbers were nowhere near close.
Hey, boy, they wasn't even close.
That's what I'm saying.
They gave that man MVP for holding LeBron to 35-14.
Right.
14-9.
For real.
But I just think the thing is, and Jalen Williams is playing unbelievable. I think if he do a contract soon, or he just signed an extension.
I think he just signed one.
I think he might have just signed one too, maybe last year.
Yeah.
But Shai about to get 5. Shai about to do that for $294. I ain't worried about that 5.
Yeah, I think J-Dub still on his first one. I think he's up after
Hold on.
He's still in his first contract?
Yeah.
Oh, J-Dub, J-Dub said, hey, y'all need to break this off. Go ahead and break this off. Shai, you going to get your phone for $294? Hey, y'all come see your boy. I got 5. Give me 5 for $215.
Hey, listen. Hey, when you win, everybody win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get paid. So,
and you know what? Because here's the thing. Hey, Pat Bev, you've been around locker rooms. The thing that'll break a team up quicker than anything is egos.
Yeah.
Man, if I was somewhere else and getting shots and yada, 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 I could be an MVP or I could be a first-team All-NBA selection. Bro, y'all got a great thing. You got a guy that's 26 and you got another guy that's 24. Y'all can run this thing for him. It was kind of like Kareem. It was like, even though Kareem was much older than Magic.
Yeah.
Because you got to realize, Kareem was the MVP Magic's rookie year. Magic, even though Magic was Finals MVP the first year, and he won it again in his third year, he still deferred to Kareem because he understood, I'm better with Kareem than without. And sometimes players don't realize they're better together than without. Okay, so what? Yeah, you might be a first-team All-NBA selection. You might average 25, 28 points a game, but with no chance of winning a championship. Wouldn't you rather average 21, 22 and win championships as opposed to 28, 30 and don't win it at all, P-Bev?
Yeah, I think like the way OKC has done, and you got to give a lot of credit to obviously to Sam Presti and everybody over there. They've been holding it down for decades, right? The way they lined it up, they could literally pay each guy at 7 times. Yeah. The way they lined it up is it wouldn't be harming to anybody that's affecting, them getting more money resulting in how they play the game of basketball. So that's the good thing about it. My next thing about it, if that's your core, right? All those other pieces around that's all interchangeable. Yeah. You can go find that, plug that in. You've seen how success looks. So you can run with that until, you talk about a dynasty team. Yeah.
Chet gonna be coming up soon too.
Dynasty. Hey, listen, I think Chet is probably one of the most important pieces because throughout this postseason, he's had some growing pains and he's been able to learn through playing. And with him having Shai and Williams, with them both being in kind of rare form and understanding, what's expected of them and delivering night in and night out, he's been able to kind of get by with subpar, performances from time to time. But, once he
Right.
develops some consistency to where he kind of knows who he is as a player and he knows how to be consistent on a night-to-night basis, that's going to make him even more deadly. So I agree with you guys. I think if they're able to keep them three together and Chet continues to grow into the player who we ultimately think he can be, which is an all-star caliber guy, man, they can run the Western Conference. They can run the NBA for quite some time.
He just needs some of them Oklahoma Stakes out there.
Yeah, he got.
Yeah. And one of the things that y'all understand too, like OKC's been down this road. They made a mistake, right? They've had the same drink that just didn't cut it, didn't get to where it's supposed to. So like, instead of letting that James Harden go, no, we paying him now.
Yeah,
right. That James Harden may be Chet in his position, or J Dub, right? No, we seen how it go. We let them go. We let them do their thing.
For an extra $5 million,
work this time.
They blew it up.
Yeah, we're gonna make it work this time.
Yeah. J-Dub joins the Elite Company after putting up 40 points in a Game 5. Only players with 18 points in the paint and 3 threes in a finals game since 1998. Kevin Durant, J-Dub, LeBron James.
Hey man, he like P. Bell say, he has been sensational these past 2 games. And you're right, P. Bev. In Indiana and what was that, Game 4? He carried. Look, I seen Shai. He was dead dog tired. Shai was like this. Hey, go on get that. I'm gonna go on up the court. You go on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he didn't disappoint. He got to his spots. He got in the paint. He made plays. He put pressure on the defense, and he carried them for at least 2 to 3 quarters, especially down the stretch. So I ain't got no drawback on P. Bev with that. He is a hell of a player. And he is an elite company, with what he's done in the past 2 games.
And plus, he giving it to you on both ends because he takes a tough defensive assignment and still got it. And we saw how it's impacting them hard, having to deal with Shai.
Yeah.
So J-Dub is taking a tough defensive assignment a lot of times, and he still knows he's got to give you his 20 plus. Tonight he doubled you up. He gave you 20. He gave you a 40 piece.
Hey, P. Bell. Hey, look, P. Bell. You look at Shai. He had 10 dimes tonight. He had 2 steals and he had 4 blocks. He playing on both ends too. He ain't just out here trying to get to the Baja, get to the Bayou Classic and get by his man and make plays. That man out there sitting in that chair, P. Bell know about sitting in that chair. He's sitting in that chair. He making plays on defense as well.
But, Joe, you remember we talked about it in Game 4. He had 35 with 0 assists.
Right.
It was the first time since, I think, Jared West had 35 points. He's like, I ain't getting nobody involved. Get your damn self involved. I'm getting buckets. I'm emptying the chamber, and when the gun runs out, I'm throwing it at y'all. Damn it. But I'm letting it all. I'm not leaving anything.
Right.
Anything.
Right. And I love it, man.
Now, we see how size, like Joe, obviously, you've been a player that, like you haven't been, the fastest or this, that, but you see truly like size matters. Like size really matters. I don't, you can have the heart of a champion. You can, man, I thought for 2 games I was locking up Kevin Durant and he gave me 50. I couldn't block the shot. I was just too.
You was there though, Pat. You was there.
I promise you I was trying my ass off, Unc.
But you fighting him to get to his spot, P. Bev. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't going to give nothing comfortable. You're going to make him work the entire game. Now, when he go up to shoot that tall man jump shot, ain't going to be nothing you can do. You try to do your work early.
Right.
Yeah, and that's all Shai doing. They got him. And I like the adjustment the coaches made. They, instead of putting the ball in his hand, they putting the ball in J-Dub. They hitting him right there at the elbow. You know about that sweet elbow, Joe. You can't double. You see the whole flow. You can't double team. You're not about a 3. You don't have a live dribble. You can catch it off the jab. You can get him off me with a foul. So, like, they putting him in a great position to be successful.
Hey. P. Bell, Peter Paul said, try it all, baby. Hey, they out there. I like when they throw the ball to Hardenstein, a check, and they do their little cut game action.
Yeah, they did the handoff.
That's hard to guard, man. That is hard to guard because once you come to Shai with a dribble handoff, now he got a live dribble. He got to catch and shoot. Now he can manipulate the defense however the way he wants. And I felt with them playing like that, especially in that first quarter, it got so many people involved in the game that, they was able to kind of blow the thing open. And, I just thought Indiana with their resiliency, they were able to fight back in the game. You can have Indiana down by 20. Once they score, they picking you, they turn around right in your mug. They ready. know what I mean? So we're gonna get him a lot of
Yeah.
credit because I had been counting them out. I ain't gonna lie to you. They showed me a lot of heart, throughout this whole postseason.
J-Dub kept it real after the game. He had a 40-piece. He said, sorry, I'm tired, to be honest. I can imagine. Because, hey, he's taking responsibility. I mean, he's trying to pick up. He's trying to defend. What was his stat tonight? He had 40, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal. Only had 1 turnover. Had 4 personal fouls, so that lets me he's involved. That lets me know he's trying on defense.
Absolutely.
When guys get 4 or 5 fouls,
has plus minus on the team.
That's how you see it, P-Bev?
I just look at it, man. If this guy's on the court, we up 14 points. I look at it like that. Then I look at the last game. If he's on the court, we plus 11 points. I have to play this guy. It's the reason why he always plus.
Oh, yeah.